everybody.
Hey.
Good morning. Thank you all so much for joining us today, and welcome to the Rachel and Rachel Show. My name is Rachel Hughes, and I serve as the Internal Marketing Coordinator here at Followup CRM, and I'm joined by my best friend, Rachel Goodrich, who you all probably know because Rachel is the onboarding specialist and the genius behind the support chat. Rachel knows our system better than anybody and is always hard at work resolving issues with our developers on behalf of you, our clients. So we just want to thank you all so much for joining us today, for taking time. We hope that this is a real value add to you. Today, Rachel and I are going to cover 7 easy wins that will take your follow-up experience to the next level. So first, let me start out by saying why we're doing this. It's because we oftentimes hear our customers saying, I know I'm not using follow-up to its fullest potential. And when we hear that, we like to ask, are you entering projects? Great. Are you tracking bids in the system? Great, you are already winning, okay? You're already using follow-up for what it is meant for. So even though Followup CRM is a robust system with a lot of features, a lot of capabilities, simplicity has always been in our DNA. We want to help you win more and bid less. That's it. But if you've mastered those basics and you're ready to power up, you've come to the right place. So like I said, today we're going to be covering 7 easy wins that have a big impact. These are small tips and tricks that can take your usage of the system to the next level. So here's what we're going to be learning about today. Number 1, copying a project and copying as a related file. Number 2, how to use the project comments feature. Number 3, email templates and the Outlook plugin. Number 4, the calendar sync. Number 5, the proposal generator. Number 6, company analytics. And number 7, how to use follow-up for business development. So if you have any questions about any of these features during or afterward, you can always ask in the help button in follow-up, and Rachel will be there to lend a hand. We'll also be sending a follow-up email to all of you later in the day. Once this recording is ready to go, we're going to send this to you so that you can watch it again and again. Excuse me, slow it down, stop it, pause it, speed it up if you're tired of listening to us, whatever, right?
Time speed it.
Yeah, mute us, whatever you want to do. No, you can interact with it that way, and there'll be a lot of information in that email that we will cover. So this might feel like rapid fire, and that's because we really want to give you a value add, but of course you can always go back and review afterwards. So with that, let me go ahead and turn it over to Rachel, who will be covering our first 3 easy wins.
Yeah, and like Rachel said, it is going to be rapid fire. So if it feels a little bit overwhelming, please refer back to the recording. Again, these are all different, very, not necessarily unrelated, but very different parts of this system because we want to give you some great value in all these different areas. So let me go ahead and share my screen, and I'm going to start with copying a file and copying as a related file. So many of you, may already use this feature. Many of you may not know it exists at all because it's a little bit hidden. So next to the save button, as you can see, I'm in a project file. As you can see, there's this little caret button right next to the save. If I click this, I have a couple of different options, copy, and then copy as a related file. If I click copy, this just duplicates this project exactly with all the same information. And you have a duplicate copy. So this allows you, if you're doing maybe service work on the same location that has the same address, you can just enter in a new project name and save this. It saves it as a new file, but it has saved all of the information that you already previously entered on that particular page. The other thing you can do is copy as a related file. So I had a particular team I was working with who worked with a university, and they were doing multiple different buildings within that one university. So they wanted to have separate project files for each, but relate those so that they knew, obviously, all those are all happening within the same place. So if you were to copy as a related file, so again, this is my second project, but I will copy this as a related file. So same thing, it copies it and you fill in or change or adjust any other information that you'd like. But what it does is it's going to attach in the related project section to the previous file you were just on. So I've got ABC Roofing project number 2. You can see in this related project section right under the company information, I have ABC Roofing project 1. Then if I click into the first one, the second one will also be tagged there. So they're connected in that related project section. So that's easy win number 1. Moving on to easy win number 2. This is our comments section. So hopefully you're all using the comment section. Actually, pro tip, our power users, our teams that are most successful in using the follow-up system are the ones that leave the most comments. We've actually done research and analytics on the back end, and that's one of those KPIs, key performance indicators, that really we can see if you're getting the best value out of the system if you're using the comment section the most. So this is where hopefully you are asynchronously communicating with your other teammates and leaving notes for yourself here in this comment section. When you leave a comment, you have the ability to @mention another user. If you haven't used this before, totally check it out today. This is just like social media. We try to be cool and try to be like everybody else. So if you @mention, like I will @mention Rachel here, and I can leave her a comment here, and I can say, hello, Rach. I can save it. Hi. And that will actually send her an email as long as she has her notifications turned on in your settings, which that's easily, you can check that there. And we have a video that goes into how to do that, but that will actually send her an email. And within that email, it'll have the comment itself and then a link to this particular project page. So she can easily see what I said to her and then click right into the project and be able to see, what needs to happen there or what she needs to pay attention to on that particular project. The other thing, and I'll be honest about this tip, I actually had a client show me this the other day on a call. I had no idea that it was there. So shout out to whoever showed me this on the call the other day. I don't know if you're on here, but this, if you are bidding to multiple different companies. So if we've got, I'm bidding to 3 different GCs or 4 different, or I just have 5 different vendors that I'm chatting with and I have them all connected in this company information section. We have this nice little handy comment bubble right next to their name. And if I just did a follow-up with Christine and I want to leave a note about Christine, the boss lady here, I can actually put it directly in, I'll click that little button and you can see it says bid to comment Christine. So this particular comment is actually connected to Christine. So if I go down into the comment section, it just tags that particular customer there. So you can easily see, I didn't have to type the name in and say, this is about my conversation with Christine. It automatically tags her there. And then you just put in that particular comment and you're good to go. Obviously you can do that with each of these individually. So that is easy win number 2. Moving on, easy win number 3, related to the email section. So I know we have multiple different ways you can email with the system. I'm just going to talk about this system email because I want to talk to you about templates. If you haven't utilized this feature yet, I strongly recommend you try it out and just test it out. If you have a particular follow-up email that you type the same thing every time, hey, Joe, following up, or hey, Bob, how's it going? Or hey, what's the status on this? You can save templates here. So as you can see, we've saved a number of different templates. Within those templates, if I click edit, you're able to insert fields. So these are live fields. So that when this email gets sent, it's going to insert the first name of the contact and the project name. So it's ready to go. So if I close this out, I can go ahead and select a template that will autofill. I can adjust it if I need to. If I need to change 1 or 2 words and I need to proofread it here, you can obviously CC anytime, add that subject, and then you can go ahead and send this email. So that allows you, saves you some time not typing out the email every single time. That is the email templates within the system. Now, something that a lot of you maybe haven't used yet, because it's fairly new, as in the last year, 6 months or so, is the Outlook plugin. We've done a lot of work on it, made a lot of updates to it as well. So I'm going to go ahead and share my Outlook email screen. Now, this is if you have Microsoft 365 or a very particular version of Outlook. So if you have any questions about your compatibility with this particular plugin, feel free to reach out to me in the chat and we can have that conversation. I can let you know if we're able to get this downloaded in your particular email system. But as you can see, we use Outlook. So I'm in my Outlook system. We don't have this for Gmail or Google yet. If anybody wants to, tell Gmail or Google to change their permissions and things like that, then maybe we'll get one at some point. But Outlook was a little bit easier. Gmail has a lot of hoops for us. So we are here, and I have clicked on a particular email. If many of you get bid invites or any invitations to bid via email, and you want to easily put those into the system, this is your way to do it. So I have this little icon here, very easy to find this. If we go to back to Followup, if you're seeing my Followup screen and the Help Center, if we go to Followup CRM 101, if you click on that, there's going to be a little pop-up that comes that says download the Outlook plugin. This takes you to easily, you can also just get it in your add-in store, but this kind of gives you a step-by-step walkthrough about how to get that downloaded into your email. So we're here, I already have it downloaded. I have opened it in my system. It'll have you log in first time, but you don't have to log in every time. So then if I want to create a new project, say this is a brand new lead and I want to get it into the system, I can click new project. This allows me to fill in all the company information just the same as if I was in the follow-up page. It auto-fills some of the sections. So obviously it puts in the subject as the project name, but I can always change this. So if I want to change that all I can. You can go ahead and put in an address. It fills in the contact name from the contact that's in the email. So if that's not the one you want to put in, you can always change that as well. And then you can fill out all of the project data. So all of you can set the sales status. If I want to put this as a new lead, marketing status, I can go ahead and assign it to a person. So if I want to assign this to Rachel, I can do that. And then you can also set sales behavior. So if you want to set any follow-up dates for yourself, all of that, and then also add the company information, and then click save. All of the required fields, if you do have required fields turned on in your system, those apply to the plugin as well. Just be mindful of that. But once I save it, now it's in the system, and I can actually click view in CRM. This takes me directly to my system, this particular project page, and you'll see it's right here so that I can make the other updates if I'd like to, or manage it here within the system. The other thing you're able to do with the plugin is, as you can see, you're able to sync this particular email to the CRM. You're also able to sync documents to the CRM. So if you have emails that weren't started in the system and don't have that subject line tracker, you can easily, with one click, just sync them right into the CRM, just like that. So that is your easy win number 3. I'm going to pass it back over to Rachel for 4 and 5.
That's right. Thank you so much, Rach. Thank you. That's really, really valuable. Okay, ready? Easy win number 4 is the calendar sync. Now, this is a very new feature. I think this is only 3 months old or so. So I want to show you what this is. Followup now has the capability to automatically sync your sales and contact activities to your Outlook or Gmail calendar. So we all use an Outlook or Gmail calendar to keep our lives straight, right? Now you can push activities from Followup to those calendars so that you never miss a deadline. You can also set this up on behalf of your team of estimators if you're an admin or a manager or a champion, so that your team never misses a deadline. So let me show you how this works. I'm going to share my screen. All right. And one moment. Here we go. All right, so let me show you the calendar sync. If you go up here to your name in your top right and come down to your settings, when you scroll down, you'll need to make sure that your email is linked right here, okay? If your email is linked, then you will now see this tab right here called Calendar Sync. Open that up, and this is where you'll be prompted to sync your calendar. Now, we have a whole separate video that details exactly how to do this, so I'll keep this brief, but this is where you would choose what calendar you want to sync to. So this could be a personal calendar, your own personal events and dates and things, or you can sync to a shared calendar. A lot of companies have a company estimating calendar or something like that, where all the dates and deadlines for estimates live. You can choose to do one of those things. So this is where this could be personal, or you could set this up on behalf of your team. Go ahead and select a calendar. And once you've done that, right here is where you would select the subject line that would appear in your calendar, or the event title. You can select from any of these options. And then down here is where you're going to choose exactly which kinds of activities push to your calendar. So let's say in your world, proposal delivery Proposal delivered is really important. You never want to miss that deadline. And let's say site visit is really important. You never want to miss that deadline. You can choose these two things, click Save Calendar Settings, click Sync Now, and now any activity that is entered into your follow-up system as a proposal delivered date or a site visit will appear in your Outlook or Gmail calendar, and you can interact with it there just like you would any other event. Now, let me show you one more thing. These are your sales activities, right? Right down here, you have contact activities. So if you are using Followup CRM for business development, if you are making connections with people and you are keeping track of those kinds of connections and nurturing those relationships within Followup CRM, this is where you can set those things up to your calendar as well. So let's say you never want to miss a lunch meeting with a new lead, of course. You can click that again, click Save Calendar Settings, click Sync Now, and those things will appear in your calendar. Okay, so that was what was that? 4? Number 4, easy win. Number 4, the calendar sync. Okay. I'm going to move on to easy win number 5. This is the proposal generator. Okay. Now, the proposal generator is an add-on feature. So if you don't already have the proposal generator and you'd like to explore it further, you can book a custom demo with Rachel after this call. You'll actually be prompted to her Calendly page right after this webinar closes. Okay. And in that call, she'll take your proposal that you already work with and show you how that can be integrated into the system for you. So in that call, you'll see exactly what it would look like and exactly how easy it would be to write proposals and send for signing all within the system. Our teams who use this feature love it because it saves tons of time on their estimating team, and their clients love it because the signing feature is simple. It's easy, it's right within the proposal, and it's dynamic. And I'll show you what I mean by that. So let me show you right here. If you have the proposal generator add-on, you can come to projects and search for the name of the project that you're ready to send your proposal to. All right, let's do ABC Roofing. Okay. And if you have it right here, you'll see this button that says Generate Proposal. You'll pick a contact, and this opens up our proposal generator. Okay, right here are all the templates that Rachel will work with you to load in. These are specific to you. Okay, so we're just going to use this simple example, which I think comes from Best Roofing. So if we have any Best Roofing folks with us today, here's a little shout out to you. But over here on the left, these are all the different sections of your proposal, okay? And on the right, these are all the different fields that you can put into any of these sections. This is a very robust tool. I won't cover it all right now for the sake of time, but there's a lot you can do with photos, custom pages, all kinds of things. But one new feature that I do want to show you, especially if you're already using the proposal generator, this is a new signature feature. This is new dynamic fields. So I want to show this to you so that you can get the most out of it. Right down here, we've added a page called the signature page. Okay. We would do this in your template with you. And this would be potentially the last page to your proposal that you're sending to your client. If this is new for you, if the proposal generator is new for you, just note that this works just like a Word document. You can type right here, hello, okay? And then what you do is you can put any of these fields into your proposal like this. Now it's going to look squiggly and fancy and weird like this, right? And that's because it is coded and mapped. This is not how it looks to your client when it finishes generating, but this is a sign of coded and mapped fields. So the way that we got these here is all the way down at the bottom. Right here, we have created good, better, and best selections. Okay, so a lot of our clients say that they often send a proposal to one of their clients, and they're offering 3 different versions of the work, 3 different scopes. Okay, maybe a good, better, and best version. Now you can send one proposal in which you detail all of that, and your client can interact with it digitally, electronically. They can click one button and choose which of the three options that they would like to go with, and they can sign. Okay, that's all created right here. Again, Rachel would work with you to get this set up just the way you like it. Make sure that you're happy with it. But I'm going to show you what this example would look like to your client. So if I did this and I was happy with it, I sent it for signing, this is what my client would see at the end of the proposal. Okay, all the available options, and they could click good, they could click better, they could click best. And we know they're going to click best, right? And then they would click right here and they can sign electronically. Okay, they can even add their new signatures. They can get really fancy if they want. But that is the new dynamic fields and electronic signature feature in the proposal generator. So this is just like a really great feature, making it easier to get your proposals signed. Okay, and I think that that is it for me. Let me pass it back over to Rachel, who's going to give us our easy win number 6.
Absolutely. And I'll just put in a plug. Actually, we did a webinar last month, I believe it was, Rach. And
Yep,
that
that's right.
was all on the proposal generator. So if it's all brand new and it's like looking like Greek to you right now, and that new feature is irrelevant because you haven't seen it, and first of all, go ahead and check out the webinar. We go through exactly all the different pieces and how that works. And we're happy to answer any questions that you have as well. So I'm going to go into easy win number 6. So sharing my project page here, we're going to talk about the company contact area and tracking company analytics. So many of you hopefully are tracking. Let's go back to the other page that we were in, our ABC roofing project. But hopefully all of you are tracking in the company information section, the companies that you're working with and or bidding to. So sometimes maybe it's just one or multiple on a given project if you bid to multiple GCs. Just putting a plug here, we do have a residential contact. If you do a lot of residential instead of commercial work, we do have a new feature within the residential contact. So if that's interesting to you, please reach out. I'm happy to run through that with you. But I'm just going to go through as if this was a commercial side. So what you're able to do is click into the particular company that's connected to the project page. So if you want to go and see, okay, let's go to Followup CRM. What kind of work are we doing with Followup? How much work are they giving us? What's our history with them? This is the company page for Followup CRM. And I'm going to click on the projects tab. And this is going to show me, as long as I'm always putting it in the company information section on a project page, it's going to show me all of the projects that I'm doing with Followup and all of the statuses, right? So I can see which ones are active, which ones are new, which ones we've won already. All of those things are showing here. And then if I scroll down even farther, I'm able to see the pipeline that I have with that company. So I'm able to see how many bids are in the pipeline with them currently, how many dollars we have out with them. And then I'll start to build a closing ratio as well. And we recently built this out where you can track a little bit more in-depth analytics about, you know, if the GC was awarded that project, if they weren't awarded, if we won it with them, if we lost it with them. So you're able to be tracking, if we keep bidding this, you know, bidding to this particular GC, they're winning the work, not giving it to us. You're able to evaluate those things and make different decisions moving forward. So that is your easy win number 6, a quick one on the company analytics. But then Rachel, a couple minutes ago, alluded to business development activities and being able to put those onto your calendar. That's our easy win and our final win number 7. If we go into a contact page, so right now I'm on a company page and I have the ability obviously to have notes, see related companies and then projects, but then I'm going over to the contact page. I have the ability, same way as on the company page, to see what projects I'm doing with that contact, emails and tracking them as well. But then the activities here are the best way to track your business development. So if you are a person who is either a business development manager or you do marketing and you're relationship building, you're not necessarily working with specific projects or actual leads, you're building relationships pre-project, right? If that is you, this is where you want to live. As opposed to being in the project side, you want to be in the contact section. And what you're able to do is actually schedule these activities for yourself. Each of these are customizable, so you can work with your champion or system admin to actually customize each of these. If you do, I don't know, a regular breakfast meeting instead of a phone call or whatever your series of activities that you do, you're able to set these and then set a date for yourself. And as you can see, same thing as on the project side of sales activities, you have the check boxes that you're able to check off when those things are complete. So if I schedule something out, let's schedule a phone call as well, maybe for Saturday, and I click save, we're good to go because I've already assigned this to myself. If I didn't have this user field filled in, if this was blank, it would give me a little red thing that says this is required. What this user field means is basically you need to assign the account manager for that particular individual. The system wants to know who is responsible for that phone call, who is going to do that lunch meeting, and who is going to do that follow-up. So if that's yourself, you can put that here. If you are in leadership or management and you're assigning that to a salesperson, you can assign that to them and that will show up. You can assign them a follow-up and that will show up on their activity wall. So this is assigned to myself. I'll go to my activities wall over here and you see I have a lunch meeting scheduled out in the future. Right under, it's the same exact page under sales activities, you've got your contact activities. And I'll click on lunch meeting and I see that's the lunch meeting that I scheduled for myself. It's green because it's in the future. Obviously, if it was due today, it'd be red. I've also got the phone call scheduled for myself there as well. So these can operate exactly the same as the project sales activities. When you go in and you complete that activity, you leave some notes, you check it off, you save it, and you're golden, good to go. So that's a really great way. Again, like Rachel mentioned earlier, those can sync to your calendar. Really great way to be tracking and maintaining relationships on the business development side, as opposed to just on the project side. That's easy win number 7. Rachel, I'll pass it back to you.
All right, thank you so much, Rachel. So those contact activities are a great way to use the system to grow the business. So if you don't have your marketing or business development team registered in the system as users, this is where they should be working to create a seamless handoff from first contact to signed contract, right? If you're interested in adding your marketing team as a user, you can do that today. It takes less than a minute, and we've got a quick tutorial on how to do that too. Also, if you're interested in the proposal generator add-on, let us know after the call and we'll get you set up with a quick demo of it with Rachel. Now, champions, owners, and managers, get ready because next month we're going to cover a really important topic: how to run reports and use follow-up in your sales meetings. Our most successful teams do this and they see results because, number one, they can see where to focus their energy for next quarter so they're not spinning their wheels. Number two, they can get accurate information on what companies are worth bidding to, which ones aren't. And number three, as a collective team, they can all take an accurate look at their pipeline and see who's doing what well, okay? That webinar will be May 25th at 11, Thursday, May 25th at 11. It'll be another episode of the Rachel and Rachel Show, except this time we'll have special guest Christine, our genius, who I'm sure you all know and love. And that really is the biggest win that you as a champion, owner, or leader of a team can get out of Followup CRM. So mark your calendars for that. One last thing I want to let you know, in the month of May, we are running a special on our referral program, okay? All of this information will come to your inbox, but if you've got a friend or a contact in any construction-related industry who might benefit from Followup CRM, we want to say thank you for making a connection. You'll get an email today with a button that says refer a friend. This is a 30-second form where you can simply enter the name and email address of someone who might benefit from Followup CRM. We'll reach out with a casual hello, and if and when your friend becomes a Followup user, you will get the first month's revenue of the person you refer discounted to your follow-up bill year after year. Okay, so that's big savings for you and your company. And additionally, in the month of May, we're giving away a set of AirPods to the first person who submits the most referrals. This is to the person who submits the most referrals, fills out that form the most times. Okay, so if you've got 5 plumbers that you know, or 10 roofers, or let's say you're in a peer group or a Facebook group or a mastermind, all of those count. We have some clients who are stacking these up. Not only are they wanting to win themselves some AirPods, but they're making big savings for their company. So again, this takes 30 seconds, could save your company thousands of dollars, and could even win you a set of AirPods. So keep an eye on your inbox for all of those details. All right, and that is all. We really hope that these 7 easy wins make a big difference in your workflows and in your follow-up experience. Of course, if you have any questions at all, that's what we're here for. Reach out to Rachel in the chat or send us a quick email. And thank you again for spending your morning with us. Always good to see you, even virtually or not. We are just so thankful for your time. Love working with you. And as always, happy selling.